888-945-0700.
Radio check 1 2 1 2.
Jessica's Juice is on Power 101.7.
All right, 843. Jess, what you got in juice?
All right, well, Usher and TPain, they have made up following TPain's claim that he had gone into a deep depression after a conversation with Usher. Now, comments that Usher made privately to TPain caused a rift between the two. And Usher told Billboard that they have now talked it out and that he meant no ill will.
They hugged it out?
They did hug it out.
Okay.
Usher explained that private conversations for me have always been intended to uplift. But when or if people get pieces of it that they, do not interpret the right way, and if something happened, if I said something, then, I would like to apologize. But we have since spoken, and we are definitely very, very good, meaning that their friendship is fixed, okay? So Usher and TPain working it out. Also, Ben Simmons, he continues to ghost the Sixers.
Yeah.
And he wants to go to the Warriors?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. Well, his name was trending before.
I bet he does want to
playoffs.
jump on that Steph Curry train. I
No.
bet he do.
He is one of the most talked about players in the NBA, and although it's not for the best reasons, this is what's going on. So in the playoffs, Simmons was awful for the Sixers, and he could barely get buckets. There were multiple times in which Simmons looked timid at the rim, and it led to a lot of frustration amongst his teammates. There was also reports that he could be traded, and these days, it's looking likely. Well, it's been reported in the past that the asking price, though, for Simmons is quite large, and that numerous teams are declining this rich offer as a result. In fact, Simmons has even ghosted the Sixers, which is further proof that he wants out sooner rather than later. Well, a new report is now suggesting that Simmons has cut everybody off with the Sixers, even his own teammates and his head coach. All right, and then based on the sources, Simmons is positioning himself to leave Philadelphia, and that if he had to choose where he goes next, he says he would absolutely pick the Warriors.
Well, my man Ray's checking in. He said he wants to be in California. Yeah, as far away from Philly as possible.
Well, the Sixers have already negotiated with Golden State, although the Warriors felt as though the asking price was way too steep. So now we're just waiting. What's going to happen with Ben Simmons?
Okay.
As he continues to ghost the Sixers.
All right.
And Kanye West and Kim, this is the situation that's going down with them. We know that he had a second listening party. And yes, if you wanted to know, Kim Kardashian and the kids were there for the album release. Kim Kardashian and all of her children with Kanye showed up to give him love and support that he needed. They flew back to the East Coast. They were in the ATL for the Donda album release. Kim and their kids, North, St., Chicago, and Sam, came to the East Coast again for the second event, and it was scheduled to be released today, and it did. It actually is out. We were told that Kim is there. She was there on July 22nd for the first one. She flew back in to be there for him for this, and Kanye did post some pictures on Instagram. It says, Kanye West, good morning. It looks like he has transformed himself into a superhero, and apparently he had a countdown clock. We know that he's been living at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. He's been there at the venue paying $1 million a day. And it was released, though. So there is a pre-order page that went live on Apple Music hours before there was a countdown clock that was put up. But right as soon as it counted down, there you go. We have it. The new Kanye West album is out.
Okay. 847. It's a Bill and Jessica show. Here's DJ Khaled. Let's